Set piece again, ole ole. Set piece again, ole ole. Set piece again. Set piece again. Set piece again, ole ole. Come on, get in, get in. Newcastle 1, Arsenal 2. Match just ended. Listen, I have a buddy. We talk about the game throughout the game. Sometimes we be on the phone, video calling, whatnot. And I said to him, first of all, that is a penalty. That is number one. That is a penalty. The penalty that was overturned is a penalty. And it's telling me that these people, they do not understand the rule of the game. That's number one. But I digress. I will talk about that, but not right now. Right? I told him that if the game continues the same way, we will win this game. We will win this game because I knew that Newcastle was going to sit back. And guess what? They will not be able to manage wave after wave after wave of Arsenal attack, including wave after wave of Arsenal set pieces. And what happened? They could not deal with it. In the 90th minute, when your mind is tired, you can make mistakes. You are not as sharp, you are not as clinical. And Arsenal has so many tools that they can call upon, including these set piece kings. Put some respect on our name, right? And Newcastle, it was as hostile as I expected. It was as hostile as I expected. The referee was losing control at the game at some point. It was chaos, right? They were giving them fouls, not giving us, blah, blah, blah. And I said, all we have to do is keep her cool. Now, let's get into the game. Let's get into the goal, because we talked about the penalty and what I think about the penalty. One, that was a penalty. That is the first thing. And I'll explain why I said that. Number two, Gabriel against Waltermode, whatever his name is, right? You know, the Newcastle striker. Gabriel is my guy. But Gabriel, you are at fault for that goal. You need to stop doing this. I have seen you done it already. Gabriel, stop doing that. This is the Premier League. We do not get free kicks for those small pushes. You have to stand up and challenge. Let him foul you when you're jumping. Do not decide that you're not going to jump and then you're asking for a free kick. You're asking for trouble. So that was a perfectly good goal, in my opinion. I don't think that was a foul. Let's make that clear, right? Secondly, when I saw the lineup, I said, why didn't he play Saliba from the start? And you know how much I love Mikel Arteta. I may be the one fan who rate Mikel Arteta the highest probably ever, because I think that Mikel Arteta will be a manager of this generation, right? But I said that about Mosquera, and I did not want him to start. Not because Mosquera is not good. He has done very well. I absolutely love him. But because of the atmosphere that Newcastle bring. Newcastle is a very hostile place to go. And I said it in my match preview that you have Anfield, and after Anfield comes Newcastle. It is a hard place to win a game of football, right? And with Mosquera in the center back position, that temperature can get too hot for him, right? He'll not understand it now because this is his first season, and he would have learned, right? Because he has no business giving away that corner. And that is how small the margins are. The margins are so small in the Premier League, and we cannot afford to give them anything. We have to let them work for everything that they get. And he gave away that corner. But I'm not going to blame him, right? That is for Arteta to see. I'm not going to put Mosquera in this match because it needs a more experienced center back, someone who knows what the temperature is like William Saliba, like Gabby. I'm going to put them in it from the start, right? Because of the atmosphere, because of who we are playing against, right? Anyways, what I like is that the boys put that behind them. They're saying, okay, let's go again. Let's go again. Let's go again. All of the changes today, I loved it. I loved it. I called him a Mosquera change. He made that right away. I love this new approach from Arteta where he's saying, I'm going to change it as soon as I realize it, right? At halftime, Mosquera, come. The temperature is too hot for you. It's not that you're not good, but this is a different beast that we're dealing with. And we want the big man, Willie. Come on, Saliba. Saliba comes on, and you can see there was a time in the match, right? When Saliba and a Newcastle player, they were holding each other, all of that. And then Saliba dropped on the ground. And after he dropped on the ground, he held on to the player. Granted, we got a free kick, but I'm saying if that is Mosquera, he wouldn't do that. He's not going to hold the player right there. But Saliba knows what it is about. I cannot lose him, even though I think he fouled me, but I can't lose him. I have to get him. I prefer take a card, right? I prefer taking a card, right? And give them a free kick rather than let him get past me and get an open shot at goal. That is what it requires. That's how small the margins are. And he understands that. Mosquera, don't worry, you will learn. Now, going forward, Victor Gyökeres, my number 9, had a very good game today. He was up for the fight. And these games are like this. Let me know that Gyökeres is ready. He is ready. He did not score, but his hold-up play, he should have got a penalty today that was stolen from him. And I'll explain that, right? But Gyökeres was ready for the game. He knew what it was about, right? So that is telling me that my striker is ready to take on this league, right? His link-up play was good. His hold-up play was good. I loved it right across the board. Eze had a good game. We had chance after chance after, and Nick Pope had a very good game for Newcastle as well. He was keeping so well. It's like nothing was going past him. Eze had some really good shots. We should have gone ahead from the Trossard chance that hit the post, right? But we were just peppering them in the first half, in the first part of the game. We were just wave after attack, and we kept getting openings, but not scoring the goal. And I knew it was coming. I said, if this game continues, we are going to win this game. And the boys absolutely did it. I also said something else. I spoke about Gabby in the game, and me and my buddy, we were saying, yo, Gabby need to cut this crap out. He need to stop doing that. And I said to him, don't worry, Gabby is going to give me one. Just off the top of my head, I said, don't worry, Gabby is going to give me one in the second half. And he said, there you go. There you go. Gladiator Gabriel. You know what I mean? The gladiator himself, even though he was not a gladiator in that in that altercation with Walter Bit. But he showed what he is about when it comes on to this. Sorry, my garage door on. You know what I mean? But guys, wonderful game from the boys. We did not give up at any time, right? And everyone who is talking about handbrake, everyone who is taking this handbrake phrase, oh, the handbrake is off. I want to hear one person complain about Mikel Arteta today. Because if they do that, it tells me that this is an agenda. Mikel Arteta coached a very good game from every part, from defensively, in the midfield, and from an attacking perspective. His changes, everything was spot on today. And people need to give more credit to the teams that we're playing against. They're acting like they're cones and they're not playing. And Newcastle played a good game, but we just had too much for them. We had too much. We had too much weapons to use to attack them. And yes, away win at Newcastle. Not every team is going to get that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say less teams are going to get a win at Newcastle than there be more. Newcastle is a hard ground to play, and we got all 3 points. So well done to the boys. Listen, I am going to go online right now, and I'm going to hear what all the haters are going to say. What is the agenda that they're going to find today, right? And we'll talk more about that. You know what I mean? But shout out to everyone. Shout out to all the fans. The fans, as you know, the Newcastle ground is so there. We are way up there. But yo, the fans made their voices heard. So shout out to the fans. Shout out to the boys. Shout out to the efforts that you put in today. You give us something to be happy about for the rest of the week. So well done, guys. Let me know what you think about the game. Remember to leave a like. Remember to leave a subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you again soon. Remember to subscribe to Arsenal Football Channel, guys. Thank you for all of the support that you've been giving me thus far. So I'm going to go and rewatch the game again and again and again and enjoy the rest of my Sunday, guys. Have a good one. Peace.